Hey everybody, it's Jeremy here. Just going to do a quick how-to on the character creation for Monster of the Week. Um, I posted some resources and you'll be able to access that from the Discord. If you come in here, you want to look at the character sheets, and then after that, take a look at the Hunter reference sheet. So whenever we're playing, if you have a printer, I might suggest printing out your character sheet and the reference sheet. If not, then just have those in a window open for easy reference. The reference sheet is basically everything that you'll do during the game. These are the actions and kind of an explanation of how they work. Most characters will only be working on the first page, and then some of them you might have some magic abilities, and this stuff is, you know, mostly for later. So mostly you'll be on this first page. For example, the kick some ass action is just fighting, right? I'll leave more explanation for that later. But today we're going to do a character, and we're going to download the Initiate character sheet. These are the form fillable versions, so hopefully that'll be convenient for you. Open that up. I'm going to open it outside of Chrome so I can get in here. And since it's form fillable, you'll be able to type into these spots. The Initiate, I imagine you could make the Initiate be sort of like Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or, Giles could be an expert. This person, I'm going to assume, is kind of a clergy member who, is an exorcist, sort of a professional. They belong to an order, an ancient order, secret order underneath the Vatican that has the mission of destroying monsters, vampires, werewolves, things like that, right? So the character sheet has a lot of info on it. Part of that is because Monster of the Week and other, Apocalypse World games like this follow the ethos that the character sheet is the setting. So it's not super critical to study the full source book. If you have your character sheet, then it kind of gives you all the info that you need to A, start the character, and B, also level up going forward. The most important two things are your stats, which will be very easy, and then your moves. So moves you can think of as special actions, feats, what have you. Some of the characters start with the ratings, that's your stats, early on. I apologize that some of the ordering of this is different for each character, but that's kind of where I'd start with this. So for this character, I'm going to say, let's see. So the weird stat is for magic. I think I want this person to be a little tough. Let's see. So we'll get the balance stats. The cool, sharp, weird, and tough this way with 0 charm. Let's see. Go back to the first page and fill those in. Okay. All right. This is my Vatican secret agent. Luck we'll explain during the game. They're kind of like fate points. They do follow you from game to game, though. So it is a limit of resources. You don't want to blow them all in one game. This is your health, and then experience points you'll gain potentially during the game, and then definitely at least a couple at the end of a session. I'm going to select 4 initiate moves, and usually it's 3. This person has 4. I get this one for free. Some characters have a beginning of mystery move. This character does. I'm going to select 3 of these, so we'll say ancient fighting because I'm not a part of a modern organization. I'm a clergy member. We'll go ahead and get the mystic. I have a sacred oath, and we'll part of me, I am a clergy member, so I'll need to be a little straight-laced in some aspect. let's see, I want this person to be a little older. I do like the helping hand because, you know, being a clergy member, I can sort of fill the role of cleric in a way, sort of, although healing magic is pretty rare in this setting, so keep that in mind. Let's see. Gear. I'll get some old-fashioned gear. Interesting. So I have some old-fashioned armor. I have old-fashioned weapons. So Gladius Day, Gladius will get a sword. And then silver seems good. We'll do crossbow. Okay. Okay, I have... interesting. So everything besides moves and the stats are going to be sort of flavor, right? Some of the flavor will feed back into some of the mechanical decisions that you make. So for instance, it kind of wants me to select my sect. So being that it's sort of a Vatican type thing, we'll say closed hierarchy, and we will say okay, I say we have money. I think obsolete gear was actually the more appropriate one. And then lore, sure, sounds good. Okay, so if you have obsolete gear, then pick 3 old-fashioned. Alright, so I'll get the silver knife. Nice. Okay, and I filled out this section, I filled out the gear section, filled out my stats. I'm pretty close to done. So these are flavor decisions. I'm a man. Let's see, I'm skinny. And yeah, I have ceremonial clothes, but I may not necessarily wear them. No, I'll actually pose as a priest in the daytime, because I am. I've already made these selections. And then it'll give you advice about how to approach your first session. And you don't have to follow these by the letter, but it kind of gives you an idea of, you know, how you like came to be part of the party and what your motivations are. This group that we're playing with, we're experienced role players. I expect you to go off the script, but this is kind of a good starting place. And then I'm done. I'm actually totally done with my character at this point. We'll name him Frederick, just because that Frederick Francisco. Yeah, and that's a complete character. Thanks, guys.